Hi everyone, it is Monday again, March 15th this time, and it is a beautiful day today, and this whole week is going to be just great weather. By great weather, I mean, I know people are complaining that I'm complaining about cold weather when it's 13 or 12. Today I think we're going to get up to about 18, 19. It's about down to about 10 or 9 at night, so it's really nice. Otherwise, virus-wise, things are good in Santiago. I think we're almost at the bottom now of that steep down-sloping curve that I've been showing the last few weeks. The other day, day before yesterday, we had a little bit of a spike going up, and then it went down again yesterday. I think that's an indication that we're probably at the bottom, but we are very low. Virus-wise, we have a low infection rate. I think Spain as a country is about 130 or 125 per 100,000 inhabitants over 14 days, which is quite nice. Of course, there are big variations, but in general, Spain is doing good. So that mixed with the news of more vaccines coming, it's great news. We had on Saturday here in Santiago, there was 2,000 vaccines that was being given out to people that were, of course, sent the invitation first, up at Ciudad de Cultura, the city of culture, where they have a big parking lot, and there's space there to have a lot of people coming at once to become. So I think what they were trying to do is do a little bit of a test to see how they're going to do it when a lot of vaccine come, because that means they will have to have a lot of people come through very rapidly, and they were doing some tests on that. Because the idea is, I read on the paper in El Pais, there was an article that the Spanish health minister was saying that between April and June, Spain will get 30 million vaccines, doses, I guess. Which means it looks like, if that's true, that they're going to be on par to have Spain vaccinated by summer. Now, of course, it depends if we get the vaccine or not. The people that are making the vaccines, the company have been making promises before, they haven't held them. But hopefully this time they have been able to calculate better how many they can make, and that this is true. So because I think also the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been approved in Spain now, which means it's only one dose. That's not 2 doses. So hopefully that will speed up things too. So that's good news. Pilgrim-wise, I thought on the website of the Pilgrim's office there was 0 pilgrims getting credentialed yesterday, but I had seen several pilgrims this week in Santiago, and I saw 3 of them walking down towards the train station, with a little tube with a Compostela on the outside of their backpack, and they look tired and they look happy and they look like pilgrims should look. So they were looking like they were going down to the train station, taking the train home. And that makes sense, because you are allowed to move around freely now within Galicia. So if you live in Galicia and you're here already, you can travel around, take the bus to Tui or Xacobeo or Ferrol, Coruña or Muxía, and you can walk around and you can do the caminos. And of course that also adds the question, how do they sleep? Where do they sleep right now? And it's the news also was the other day, the Xacobeo, which of course is the part of the Junta, the publicly owned Albergues in Galicia, are now open again. They are at 30% capacity, so they only allow 30% of whatever capacity they had before currently, and with so few pilgrims right now, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Of course, I'm sure they will update that number, the 30%, when we get more and more people vaccinated here, and hopefully slowly we can move back to 100% occupancy level there. But at least it is possible to not stay at the public albergues in Galicia, so that's good. What else? Yes, I said there was 0 pilgrims yesterday, but I saw also on the forum someone was saying that the other day the Pilgrims office website said that there were 13 pilgrims coming in that day. And of course, we have to wait till the end of the month to see what the statistics says for the month, because they only have the number for yesterday, and then they have the only other number they have is the number for the previous month. So I didn't catch that, but I'm not surprised that there are pilgrims walking now, although not many. What else? So I get a lot of emails from people asking, I have a ticket for May, do you think it's possible? I have a ticket for June, I have a ticket for July, August, September, what do you think? And it all depends on the vaccines, of course. Now, the good news is, if it's true that we got the 30 million doses between April and June, it probably means that we're going to be in a good spot by July, I'm thinking. So before July, I don't know if it's possible to travel to Spain. Maybe it is, especially maybe, it depends how things go, but maybe if you're in the EU or in Europe and it's easier to travel within the EU, maybe in June, July, things will start to open up. If you're in the US and Canada or Australia, I guess you guys have decided to close, which I understand. But if you're in the US or Canada or further away outside of Europe, I think June, July, maybe early, maybe a bit early. Because I guess it's on the EU to decide when they will allow people from outside of Europe to enter. It's not. I don't think it's a decision that Spain has to make. It's a decision that's going to be made in Brussels, I think. So it depends on how the Europe as a continent are doing by then. But from within in the EU, I think by August, September, it should be possible, at least, maybe June, July, depends, to start to travel again. I know that's not a very helpful advice to say from June to September, but I think, the thing is that the Spanish travel, they have a big vacation month in August. So I think at least the Spanish politicians are really, really, really trying to save August for these hotels and these travel businesses. So, but of course, August on the Camino is packed with Spaniards. So I think if I were someone from the outside of the EU wanting to walk the Camino, September and on should be possible. Don't scream if it's not true. It's just my guess, okay? So I don't know. But I'm thinking, if it is true that we're going to get all these vaccines, and if people can get them in their arms that fast, which I think, at least in Galicia, I think the capacity of putting vaccine in people is high. So we just need the vaccines, and then we can take care of it. Then June, July, August, September, that's where I'm thinking we could hopefully start traveling again. At least on this end. Of course, it depends on where you are too, where you live, and what the situation is there. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. I know it was very vague. Anyway, hope things are good where you are. Stay safe. I'll give you a little swipe around. Well, I'll show you the cathedral. Looks like I'm getting a sunburn almost here. It's not that bad, but it's nice and warm. Out towards Finisterre. I'm sure a beautiful day on the coast today. Anyway, stay safe. Ciao.